Insurance stock. India Motor Tariff, Section 7. IMT 37 to 40. These IMTs are related to legal liability towards passengers and employees in vehicle. IMT 37, legal liability to non-fare paying passengers other than statutory liability except the Fatal Accident Act, commercial vehicle only. IMT 37A, legal liability to non-fare paying passengers who are not employees of the insured, commercial vehicles only. IMT 38, legal liability to fare paying passengers excluding liability for accident to employees of the insured arising out of and in the course of their employment, commercial and motor trade policies. IMT 39, legal liability to persons employed in connection with the operation and or maintaining and or loading and or unloading of motor vehicles. Goods vehicle. IMT 39A, legal liability under the Workmen's Compensation Act in respect of the carriage of more than 6 employees excluding the driver in goods carrying vehicle. IMT 40, legal liability to the paid driver and or conductor and or cleaner employed in connection with the operation of the motor vehicle for buses, taxis and or motorized 3 and 4 wheelers. Commercial vehicle tariff. IMT 37 to 40 is related to legal liability of passengers and employees. IMT 37, 37A, 38 are related to passengers. IMT 39, 39A, 40 are related to employees. IMT 37 applies to commercial vehicles only. IMT 38 applies to commercial vehicles and motor trade policies. IMT 39 is for employees in connection with the operation of goods vehicle. IMT 40 is for employees in connection with buses, taxis, 3 wheelers and 4 wheelers. Now the endorsement in detail. IMT 37, legal liability to non-fare paying passengers other than statutory liability except the Fatal Accident Act, commercial vehicles only. The insured will indemnify under legal liability for death or bodily injury if the person is chartered or representative of the chartered of the truck. The person should not be directly connected with journey in one or other form and the person is not coming under definition of WC Act. The person should not be carried for hire or reward. The endorsement will not cover the liability under Fatal Accident Act. Additional premium is to be paid to cover this endorsement. IMT 37A, legal liability to non-fare paying passengers who are not employees of the insured, commercial vehicles only. The insured will indemnify under legal liability for death or bodily injury if person is not an employee of insured. The person should not be carried for hire or reward. The person should be directly connected with journey in one form or other. This endorsement will not cover the liability under the Fatal Accident Act. IMD 37 is regarding non-fare paying passenger and IMD 37A is regarding non-fare paying passengers who are not employees of insured. IMD 38 legal liability to fare paying passengers excluding liability for accident to employees of the insured arising out of and in the course of their employment, commercial and motor trade police vehicles only. IMD 38-1 for use of package policies and IMD 38-2 for use of liability only policies. IMD 38-1 for use with the package policy. This endorsement will include legal liability for bodily injury or death of a fare paying passenger. This also includes the law cost. If the vehicle is carrying passengers more than the license carrying capacity, then the insured shall repay to the insurer rateable proportion of the total amount which would be payable by the insurer because of this endorsement, if not more than the said number of persons were carried in the motor vehicle. In other words, if at the time of accident the number of persons in the vehicle is more than permitted number, then the insured will recover the proportionate amount which would have been payable to the passenger with permissible vehicle limit. For computing, 3 children less than 15 years should be taken as one adult and children less than 3 months should not be counted. No refund of premium is allowed on cancellation of the policy. IMD 38-2 for use of liability only policy, same as 38-1 except reference regarding section 2B and C under liability to third parties. IMT 39 legal liability to persons employed in connection with the operation and or maintaining and or loading and or unloading of motor vehicle for goods vehicle. Cover the legal liability of persons employed as paid drivers, conductors, cleaners in connection with the operation of the vehicle. Covers legal liability under WC Act, Fatal Accident Act, common law applicable. The total number of employees, including the driver, should not exceed 7. The insured shall maintain the record of wages, salaries and other earnings which can be inspected by insurer. On cancellation of policy, no refund. For this endorsement, a premium of ₹25 is to be charged per employee. The number should not exceed over RTA permit. IMT 39A legal liability under WC Act respect to the carriage of more than 6 employees excluding driver in goods carrying vehicle when the number of persons exceeds 6. excluding driver. This endorsement is used. This endorsement will cover the legal liability with cost and expenses arising out of the WC Act. IMT 40, legal liability to the paid driver and or conductor and or cleaner employed in connection with the operation of the motor vehicle for buses, taxis and motorized 3 and 4 wheelers, commercial vehicles. This endorsement is the same as per 39 only. This endorsement covers employees of buses, taxis, motorized 3 wheelers and 4 wheelers under commercial vehicle tariff. Thank you.